All right, mic check. Got some sound. Here's something. Make sure. Hello. Yeah. All right. So we got something. So today, hey, easy breezy. That's my nickname. Call me Breeze. Breeze, easy breezy. All right, so today is April the 2nd, 2024, and so today I want to make this a fairly quick one. Well, so got a couple ways. I do have something that I want to work on. It's a project. This is going to be a lengthy project, but I might do some of this on the back end, and you guys can kind of just see what I do as I'm learning this, because this is something that I don't know. This is something that is new for me. Level 2. So level 2 data. If you see here, so right now I'm going through a backup. Since I got the new computer, I realized, I just started using it. Right? I was making a lot of scripts, doing a lot of stuff, and realized something happened. I realized that I hadn't done any backups in like 3 months. So now I have it set up to where it backs up every single day, because I'm doing so much that it's kind of careless for me not to have backups done. So I do backups every night, and then periodically I'll do like a full backup. All right, so, and I can't do anything until this thing is done, but because it does such a large backup, it's going to take a while. That being said, I'm not going to interrupt it, because I'd rather have this backup data than to get started right away with my scripting. But yeah, I can't even move this around. But what I'm going to show you right here. So this is what I pulled up earlier today. So this is being able to use the market depth levels. I didn't even know there was market depth levels that we could use. I kind of came upon it the other day. I was looking for something, and I saw that you could potentially look at the market depth, right? So level 2, yeah, and I'm offline. So you can look at the level 2 data with your programming. I said, what in the world? This is awesome. So this is, I don't want to say tutorial, but this is an example of how you would utilize it. I don't even know what the namespace is. I have to figure out what the namespace is. I guess it's TS data, market data is the namespace. And then we're going to use market depth or market depth provider. And then we shouldn't have to do all this once we use the namespace up here. And then we can come down here and we can aggregate market quotes. I don't know how we use that. I guess aggregate market quote. So I'm just a variable, but I would imagine that market depth provider 1. Is these are the methods up here. All the methods have to be at the very beginning. We all know that. Market depth provider 1. I wonder why it says 1. Oh. No? Because typically the name will be here. Whatever you name the object, and your declaration will be here. So it would be like am quote. Am quote would be the name. That's not the market depth provider. That's aggregate market quote. Am quote be. So where is market depth provider otherwise declared? We don't have any other variables declared up here. We have an input, that, void. So I'm gonna plot the outputs. This is plot outputs. Okay, so this method is called market depth provider updated. So it'll update whenever you get new market depth updated events or information. It'll update and it'll begin plotting outputs. Now, plotting outputs, that method, when it comes down here, plotting outputs, it's going to be, you got your variables within here, and then you're going to begin, you're going to do all this and end. Okay, yeah, like I said, this is a lot more complicated than I'm used to. All right, so the backup is just about done. Okay, so it's done. Man, this is gonna be interesting. All right, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time with this tonight. This is kind of stuff I do during the daytime. But unfortunately, I would have been working on it today. However, I've got tenant turnovers, so you know, at the rental property, doing stuff. So, yes, I am retired, but I will say I'm self-employed, right? So I'm not hiring out to do all that stuff. I don't have a property manager. I am the property manager. So while I get to do all this fun stuff during the day, it's you know, a lot of to do stuff, then it's got to be done, man. It's got to be done. All right, this thing is still. You know what? I know what it's doing. It's trying to pull all this data back up. We have a couple things going on, and I'll show you here. All right, so we just lost all that data. I was going to show you. I think I showed you some of this. So with the market depth, we have. This would have been the first level, I guess level 1 market data. This is, I think what they call level 2 market data is all this, right? So you can see, like, I guess this would be called like the inside bid, inside ask, right? So the closest bid and ask, it's got real active here, 9:16 p.m. It got real active here for a minute. But so the closest bid and ask is what we consider level 1, and then level 2, the market depth, is where you can see all this going on here. You can see all these levels. So how many levels do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we see 10, at least on TradeStation, we see 10. So what I want to do, you know that if you have joined me on some of my other streams and that kind of thing, you know that we have a lot of data from the spectrum of the chart, all the intrinsics and that kind of thing, and we use StreamWriter and StreamReader to hold on to this data so we can look at it afterwards, right? So we've got the ticks, we got the spread, we got the sentiment. So the asks and the buyers who's coming to the table. Now we see who the highest number of bidder asks are, and then the cumulative amount of bid asks. This is something that I made, this like a volatility index, and it worked. Oh man, I lost it. It worked today. Let me see if I can pull up a screenshot because it worked today. And so that's why I have it on here. Okay, so another couple things that we have to, I tell you what, I got to pull all this data back up, right? Because this was from the day, from today. This was from today. And where are we at? Yeah, all this data from today is gone. But it's been saved to my stream. It's been saved to my text file via Stream Writer. So all I have to do now is just go to my files and update the data. Okay. Oh, what do we do? All right, so we gotta essentially import. So this is the master token. That's the master token list. Is all these essentially lines that have been written to the text file, and then I pull them into the chart via a token list, and then I take it out. So that's why I call it master token. All right, so this is my static data, data that doesn't move. This data here does move, so this has been updated. So we're going to copy that, paste it. I've got to fix those screenshots because you lose it every time. All right, so we're going to save this. Okay, and then we can get this out of here. This is for the 1 minute time frame. All right, now we have to do the same thing for the 15-second time frame. Historical data. Select all. Copy. Select all. Paste. File. Save. Get this out of here. All right, now we go back to the chart. All right, so now we're just going to refresh the screen. All right, so now that when we refresh the screen, it'll pull the data from the 15-second time frame as well as the 1 minute time frame as well. So while that's setting up, let's go back here and see if we can. So this is essentially what I'm trying to do. So tasks. So I started this earlier this morning and I didn't get a chance to really mess with it. But so I'm going to call it tasks. So time and sales provider level 2 total. So what I'm looking for is the total. I want to know what the total sizes are for all of the level 2 levels, right? So there's 10 levels, so or 10 indexes. I want to know what the total is for all of them at a given. I don't even know where I want it. So right now I'm just going to learn how to do it, and then I'll figure out where I want it at. If I want it to be mid bar, end of the bar, beginning of the bar, the highest levels that it goes to, the lowest levels that it goes to. I don't know. It most likely is going to be the highest levels that it goes to. So I don't think I need this time and sales provider. I just need the level 2. So the level 2, I think it's already TS data.market data. Yeah. All right, so we're going to come down here, and I think we get to declare market. Yeah, there it is. Market depth. Is it market depth levels? I guess that's it. No, market depth provider. Okay, and we're going to call this we'll call it MD, MDepth. No. So some of it right now I'm just kind of guessing through, and I want to right click this. So I'm going to use a combination of things. I'm going to use the information and the resources for the TradeStation environment, and I'll also go and use this little bit of example to pull information from to see what it means. All right, so it looks like TradeStation has got everything pretty much loaded back up. There we go. All right, so you see all my data is pulled back up here. It is yet to, not quite ready. There we go. All right, so I took some shorts this morning, and I was playing with the sim account. Took some shorts, so I was up $140, but 140 is 140. What have we got going on down here? Why do I feel like we have 2 time frames? This isn't right. I feel like this is giving me data for the 1 minute time. Did I screw it up? Did I save data from the? Couldn't have, because I have checks and balances to make sure that doesn't happen. All right, so let's see. However, this is populating on every 1 minute time frame. So let's go back here to, so this is for the 15-second time frame. So we'll open up the static data for the 15-second time frame, and you see we have here 15:15. Everything is ESM 15. That means that it's a 15-second time frame, but not having any 1 minutes popping up in here. 5 minutes. How did we get 5 minutes? How did we get 5-minute data being recorded? Oh, I know why. Because, and I've got the, this is good to know, because now I can correct it. Unfortunately, now I did lose all my data from the day, but I'm glad I took a screenshot earlier. So, dang, that sucks. It still gives me some information though. So I'm going to show you what I saw earlier today. All right, so, and I think this is going to kind of lead me into what my edge is. What I saw earlier today was that this here, and we'll probably see it on the 1 minute time frame, but we see that there's an increased amount of sellers bringing their contracts to the table. So sellers are coming in. So sellers are not selling, sellers are coming in. Sellers are interested. Sellers are putting their shares on the board. They're getting ready, right? So that's not necessarily the time to enter there. You see here, again, we have sellers are interested. Sellers are bringing their shares to the table. They're probably coming up to this area right here, thinking that as we reapproach this general area here, that we're going to make a lower high, and then it's going to continue down, right? I imagine that's why these sellers are getting heavy here. But what happened after this was you have this large number of actual executions. But when you look at the 1 minute time frame, or you look at the 15-second time frame, there's a much higher number of executions hitting the ask, hitting the top of the spread, than it is this blue dot hitting the bottom. All right. So I think that's going to be what I look for with my edge. So let's go over to the 1 minute time frame, because I did do that one right. So the 1 minute time frame, why it didn't load, I don't know. Let me load that one separately. There we go. Now that loaded fairly quickly. All right. It still looks wonky because this here, these here should be lines. I don't know why everything is off. Everything just is off. All right, these turn into points. They are supposed to be lines. Okay. And then we come back out here. This was yesterday. No. This was today. Oh. I drew some lines on here to show me where there was action. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, so you see as the price comes down here. Come on, hang with me. As the price comes down here, hit 1 point, 2 points. That's fine. You break above it, but bear in mind this is where is it? 930. This is 930. So you know, how much weight do you want to use for this as being one of the levels of the break? I don't know. So we'll use this one as a significant swing point. Okay, but at least it did try to break it here. But like I said, for me, what I'm looking for with my edge at this point is this guy over here, way over here. You could have took it, you could have got in way over here, and that'd have been fine. And I like to play those games too. I like to find the reversal, that perfect reversal candle. First one, I like to find it, and I lost a lot of positions trying to find it. So anyway, when we get over here, like I was telling you before, when you have the high number of asks come in, when you have Best Buy that says all year they've been saying we don't have any TVs. Don't have any TVs. Sorry, we don't have any TVs. And then all of a sudden, they put a bunch of TVs out for sale. Well, you don't know if that's a good deal at this point. You just don't know because you haven't been in the market for a while, and you know it's a good looking TV, but I don't know what else is out there. I don't know what other people are spending their money on. Is this a value buy? I don't know. But then when you see this big guy right here, this is largest bid or ask, right? So this is one execution, one order. This is one order. All these are one orders. All through pre-market, all through, you know, from market open all the way over. This is one order. They just decided, hey, I have conviction. And what color is this? It's red, which means that it what? Which means that it hit the top side of the spread, which means that it hit the ask. So you've got Best Buy with TVs out, and now all of a sudden you got Warren Buffett who buys 1 billion of the TVs. Well, if Warren Buffett is buying 1 billion of the TVs, then it's probably a good deal. You know, he ain't just buying them because he's kicking cans down the road. He's buying them for a reason. So, like I said, I think that this is my edge. This is going to be what I'm looking for on a daily basis. I'm looking for this and this. And beyond that, infinity and beyond, right? And actually, I didn't even look at this, right? I didn't even look at this. I didn't look beyond, because I've seen this right here happen day after day after day. It only happens one time though. It only happens one time in the day when you're at a reversal, and it may not even happen every day. But when it happens, you see where that happened at? It happened right here. Right here. Okay. I don't know where the bottom of that candle is. All right. Still can't see it now because I got that line on it. Luster. Line on it. Okay. So the bottom of this candle right here is right there. Right there. Okay. Leave the wrong one. Now that's locked. All right. Bottom of that candle is right there. Okay. And now when you had this move up, it did not come past that line. Now the top of the candle is right there. Okay. This candle wicked down into it and right back up. Nice move up. This candle wicked down to it, right back up. This candle wicked down to it, right back up. And maybe you get in here. And one thing that I was playing with several weeks ago as well is I saw a decent entry in over here. Right? So maybe you get in over here when you first see that large move, or maybe you get in over here. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm just, like I said, I'm recording the data so I can look at it and make these decisions. But like I said, this is a high push to the top. This is a fairly high push to the bottom too, though, right? I mean, there's a large buyer who said on this candle, there's a large buyer who said, push it down. There was a large, that's the thing. That's it. Because I remember, in past months and years and stuff, when I kind of look and work through the level 2, I'll see this happen. But I couldn't visualize it. It would just happen so quickly on level 2. It happened so quickly on level 2. It'd come down. You'd have a large number here, and it'd swoop down and then shoot back up. Right? That's what we just saw. We saw a high amount of pressure, a high contract, a high execution order to the low side, and then it completely rejected that and then came up. So this is your rejection here. This is your confirmation. So I've got to remember that, because this is the confirmation. This is important. I think this is the signal, but this is your confirmation. I think. Yeah. All right. Okay, so let me show you why I got funky data 5-minute time frame here. I got funky 5-minute time frame here because on this one here, print to file, I changed this to the 5-minute time frame. While I was chatting with some of my friends, and we just kind of talk about the market, do some trade and whatnot. I pulled up NQ here, and I pulled up ES on the 5-minute time frame here. Typically, I keep ES on the 15-second time frame right here, and then this is my print screen, so everything prints from here. However, I need to, if you look at this 5-minute time frame over here, edit studies, I have the Where's that master token? No, not on the 5-minute time frame. On the 1-minute time frame. On the 1-minute time frame, I have the master token on the 1-minute time frame. You see here, and it goes to where it's supposed to go to. 1 minute. The master ES 1 minute. Okay, so I need to, instead of having this master token here, I need to have it on my other chart that I don't change. I don't change that spot is always the 15-second time frame. Is never anything else. I don't change it. So I need to copy this because that's going to be where I save it to. All right, so now actually I'm going to get rid of it here. Okay, and then I'll go back over here, edit studies, add the master token, or master token. Master token input. We're gonna all and then paste that. Oh, keep losing you. All right, hit OK. All right, so master token is down there. I need to like hide it though because it just takes up an extra block down here. Oh, you know what I do? I just drag it up to the first scaling. I just put it on the first subgraph. And no axis. All right. Boom. Okay, so now it's there. All right, so now I'll get rid of all this funky 5-minute data. Eventually, it won't happen until I get another day. Another day's worth of data. Let's see. Hang on 2 seconds. I'm gonna go over to my gallery and see if I can pull up the image so I can show you what I saw. I won't even do the market depth today. I'll do that on my own time because I'm gonna fumble through it a bit. Actually, you know what? I'm sure you won't hang out. But give me 2 seconds. Let me see if I can find this. You all right? Hang on. I think wifey has broken something. I'll be right back. right. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, she didn't trying to refill the guinea pig water bottle. Broke it. Glass everywhere. Pandemonium. All right, so this is the 15-second time frame for ES that I took a screenshot of from earlier today. So we don't quite see what happened at 1 o'clock or so. Not on this. Not on this one. There's a 1 minute time frame. Okay. Not on this one either. Yeah, we don't see the high ass that we were talking about. However, let me see. Oh. However, the volatility index I was telling you about right here, you see how we have 594, 590 whatever. That's a very high number. That number there, it's a very high number. So at that candle is when we see bottom. Now it still did wick down lower because I think this 595 references the bottom of this candle. And then we get a 300. Oh no, this one is yellow too. All right, let me see if I can zoom in here. All right, so this 590 something is this candle. This next 500, I guess, something is this candle. Right, so at the low of these candles is when it signifies that it's doing something that the market doesn't like, and it's going to puke it up. All right, so we have that again down here at 518 or so. Now that one was perfect. Hit the bottom there. It never touched that low again. It moved up. So, and these are thresholds that I found, I don't know, a couple weeks back. And so I just left those thresholds the same. You know, doesn't work every day, but more often than not, you see that works. So anyway, all right. So again, that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for when I'm looking at these intrinsics. What's up, NASCAR? Tesla, yeah, man, yeah. NQ slid down. I mean ES2, but yeah, everything dropped, right? Let's see. I think I had NQ pulled up on this one. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. I think I was on ES. I think I was in this short here, but it just kept going down. And I've got one on my 5-minute chart. It's got daily highs and lows. It's a script that I made. I mean, I guess there's probably other scripts that have it automatically, but it just kept cutting through one after another. And then I think there was a level here too. I think there was a level down in here, and I was like, man, it dropped past this low. I was like, it's got way down here to go. There's no way it's going all the way down. And damn it, that's exactly what it did. Let's see, 10 days. I thought there were a couple more levels. 15 days? No, within 10 days, I thought there were a couple more levels. I thought there was another level right here. Style. as I'm working on my technical analysis and that kind of thing, I'm looking at the line chart instead of the candlestick chart. I'm looking at the line chart, and it actually has helped me identify like overall trends as opposed to getting psyched out by a lot of what happens with the wicks and all this kind of stuff. So I don't know. It's helpful for me. But let's see on the candle chart. Yeah, for some reason I thought there was another line here. Let's see, maybe it was NQ. Oh. Okay. 5 days. Yeah, so let's go back 20 days. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we go back 20 days. Now we can adjust this this filter here for the number of days that we want to reference for the highs and lows. We'll do it 10 days back. So now we have 10 days worth of highs, 10 days worth of lows. And now when we come back over here, you see that, like I said, it started cutting through all these lows. Low of this day, low of this day, low of this day, low of this day. And then there was nothing in here. There was a high here that it cut through, but it used that as resistance, just as a pullback. And then it came back down and it found this low here, the low of March 20th. On ES, up. On ES, that was, yeah. So, like I said, it was this one here. When it started cutting through this one here, which was March 26th low, I'm like, man, March 20th low, it's not going to span this gap. It's not going to go all the way down here. And I mean, it, but that's what I have to keep humbling myself about, is like this programming and stuff. All this is really good, but I've got to be sure to include some of the basic some of the basic components of technical analysis, because it's got its validity as well, right? What is this, March the 20th? We'll do that so that doesn't move. So that came back here. Not only was this a low of the day, but it was also the very bottom before a huge run up. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a magnet right here, man. Now, I didn't even go back and look to see what happened on this day, March 20th. Okay, and that happened, that push up happened at right at 2 o'clock. So I wonder, was that news? Okay, what'd you trade today, NASCAR? You still on there, man? What you trade today? All right, let's see, no errors. Market depth provider, MDP equals market depth provider. We'll say .create. That looks fine. Do that. No issues there. MDP dots. Okay. Aggregate quotes, ask levels, bid levels, books, close provider, get type, include market depth. Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna have to play with this. I imagine include market depth is a Boolean, and I imagine that it needs to be yes, because that's what we're looking for, is market depth. All right. Gives market depth for a specific symbol. Dot quote. Market depth provide. Look at this. Look at all the look at all these typos in there. I mean, I have typos too. You know, if you watch any of my videos, you see that I have typos too. But I mean, this is TradeStation's resource. This is their resource that they publish, and we got all these typos in here. And now, for somebody who's trying to be an aspiring programmer, when you start putting, when you use this information as it is, you're gonna have wildly, look, market depth. You're gonna have wildly inaccurate and a long learning curve. So, I mean, this is not for the faint of heart by any means. God almighty. All right, I don't even know what to say. All right, so I traded ZBAO. Uh-oh, you and those IPOs, NASCAR. You seem to be hitting those IPOs pretty good. So I imagine it did what you wanted to do. What did it do? What did it do? Looked like it chopped up a whole lot. Well, that's on a 15-second time frame. So looks like there's not much liquidity there. Did it do what you wanted it to? Doesn't look like. Did you think there would be a lot more interest? I guess would be my question. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. I mean, you'd say, oh man, well, it's flagging. Yeah, sure, but flagging for which direction? Because I mean, it's really just inside this box from the open to the low. You know, the first candle from the open to the low. I mean, if you want to call this a rejection on the bottom side, okay, but it's looking kind of funky, like a funky comedina. Yeah, man. There were, you know, like I told you, I've got plenty of bags that I'm holding from, you know, just the stock world, from the share world on the penny stock side. And I think last week before, a lot of those stocks, I know MMPR is one of them. And I mean, I'm up on it, but I was like really up on it, and I'm just holding it. And I'm like, yeah, well, it'll keep going. It'll keep going. And it's just slowly dying back down. So a lot of those penny stocks had kind of made a move up, and now it looks like they're all just retracing back down. Yeah, maybe it was this day back in February when it just kind of shot up. And so however many shares I'm holding, like 1,000 shares or something, I was up. I was way up on it. But you know, I'm bad about taking profit, man. I really am. So I'm still up on it, but I was hoping that it would that it was going to break out of this and come back and give us some more. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that? Let's see. Do you have a history of running early pre-market day 2? Yeah, like I said, I mean, if it's kind of in a box and in a rectangle and flagged, then yeah, definitely got that potential for tomorrow, right? But are you seeing that a lot of the penny stocks have done some crazy stuff in the last couple weeks, and then now are retracing? Are you seeing that, or is that just my portfolio? Yeah, I think this is why I held on to it, right? Because even this first time when it moved up, it did do a lot of retracing, yes, but then it came right on back up. So and it's retracing again, but if it gets under this area, probably in trouble. But it ain't there yet. It ain't there yet. What was another one? I think I'm holding Tivik. Yeah, this is a trash one. trash. But you see here, March 4th. Nah, it's a bad example. February. I think the other one was right around February. It moved up. So many. Oh, you'll be ashamed that I'm holding this one, NASCAR. You'll be ashamed that I'm holding this one. Axla. Where is Axla at? Did it go into another name? All right. Well, now I'm curious. I don't think I have CNXA, but I know CNXA was one of them. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I know, I'm pretty sure I got some Axla though. Yeah, they must have changed names, so. Small guy. Do end up running. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I could see that. Like, say, going through those waves, through those cycles of, essentially taking liquidity, accumulating liquidity, and then just and then moving on. So, like I said, they've got some of mine, but I'm determined not to give them very much more. So that's what we're up against here. All right. Yeah. I've got to figure out this level 2 market data stuff. Okay, so that's why they had it like this. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was wondering why they had Market Depth Provider 1 and it wasn't like declared as Market Depth Provider 1. But it's Market Depth Provider 1 because that's what this says. That's what this is telling us to name it. That followed by a dot, operator, and the property name. That's why. However, I mean, what? It stopped trading on 12/29. Yeah. Leave it up to you to know what's going on. All right. So I don't know what that means, NASCAR. What does that mean? Does that mean that it's halted, that it's paused, that it's done? I mean, you know, that I should probably go ahead and cash in? That I'm probably in a good position because whenever they do start trading again, it's going to go bananas? Or do they stop trading because they lost their like accreditation with the exchanges, and they're probably going to end up going, you know, to the low budget side. That's probably what's going to happen. Yeah. Oh well, it was a good run. It was not a good run. It was a terrible run. And you know, when you're up $20, you take the $20 instead of trying to get 100, and then you lose 300. So all for $20. You know, that's anybody who's a trader knows the feeling. It's all too familiar. Dang it. All right. Market depth provider 1.ask.quote depth. .ask market quotes with the market side of ask. All right. Market quotes with the market side of bid, ask bid, and then quote. Guess market level 2. Ask is market quotes object with the market side of ask. Well, that's what we just saw, so that's not doing anything different. Let's see. Ask dot one dot ask. Yeah, that's not one to do it. Yeah, market depth provide. I think it said market depth provide. Oh, okay. I think I see what's going on here. All right, something similar happened with HI. Been waiting for that one to resume trading since late January. The request of voluntary suspension notice. Huh. So just a waiting game, huh? Yeah. That's all I've been doing anyway. So you know. I mean, it's daggone there went to zero as it is. So at this point, there's no. I mean, just it's already zero. It's $0. My portfolio with them is zero. So $1 more than zero is $1, and $1 less than zero. I will tell you this though. For any of you guys who are holding bags, and it may have happened with Axla, I forget. I'm holding several bags, which is the reason I should probably just get rid of them. Is they'll go through periods where they're like restructuring the company, or when they're doing the reverse splits, or when they're doing splits. When they're doing any of those things, they charge a fee. So you might be holding $20 worth of stock, hoping to get 80 out of it. But then when they charge their fee, that fee is $40. You're holding $20 worth of a stock, and the fee is $40. So who's the dummy? I'm the dummy. But that's a lesson learned. So again, if you're gonna hold these pennies, then either you already understand that you're not getting that money back, and you potentially could be paying more, or that's it. That's it. That's all you should understand, is you're not getting that money back. And so from there out, it's just it's a gamble. But again, if you're not getting the money back and you've accepted that, then the gamble's fine. But if you think that you're going to turn that $50 to $50,000, and you're hoping on that, then that could be rough. It could be rough. All right. You got anything else you're looking for in the IPOs? All right, so the market depth bids count is greater than the index, then we're going to begin. AM quote equals market depth provider 1 bids level. Okay, bids level of index minus 1. And index is what we're putting in. Index is the input. Index. I wonder why it's minus 1. All right, so let me see if I can put something to the screen. See if something works out here. Market depth provider dot as. This is what I want. Okay, this is what I want. We need to call this aggregate market quote. Not really sure why, but let's go with that. So instead of this being market depth provider, which essentially this is saying that, we're going to call this aggregate market quote. All right, and then we could probably, I don't know if we need to do this here. Dot create. Let's verify it. Nope, it doesn't like that. I don't think it needs us to do that. I don't think it needs us to, well, I feel like this is an object, so it's got to be declared as null, and we have to, I guess we don't have to initialize it. So let's go with market depth provider dot, what do we have, bid level dot as dot, what did it say, as levels. Ask levels. My problem is that this stuff isn't popping up like it normally will pop up in blue when you're programming some of this stuff. Nothing is popping up. So I'm like, what namespace is this that stuff is not popping up? Let's see, inheritance. TS market data dot market depth. Let's see if that works. TS data dot market data dot market. Nope. Market data. TS data dot market data dot market. Nah, it's not liking that. It's not doing that. Let's see, is there just a market depth? Nope. How about EL system dot market? Nope. Okay. Nothing else to do there then. So after we do the ask levels, we need to put the index. Again, guys, there's not like a lot of good books or resources on this stuff, so you just have to go back, look at an example, maybe look at a tutorial, look at the resources, you got to figure it out yourself, which is not for everybody. All right, so we're going to try the level 2 market depth provider dot. Okay, so we'll make this equal to mdepth market depth provider. Let's see, what error? Unknown provider, market depth provider. That shouldn't be. Market depth provider dot ask dot count. Market depth provider dot market depth provider 1 dot ask levels. We have our index. Okay, so that's assigning the market depth ask information at that level to aggregate market quote, am quote. And then we can pull out am quote price. We can pull out am quote total size. We can pull out am quote, I guess the counts, maybe the number of the number of offers, or yeah, the number of offers at that level. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, and number of, yeah, I like that one. Okay, TS data market aggregate market quote. AM quote. We got that. Aggregate market quote. We got that. So now I'm not writing it the exact same way that they have it, but you shouldn't have to. Because once you make the namespace and then you declare it, you shouldn't have to write it exactly the same. Code it exactly the same. Market depth provider. But this guy has not been declared. Let's just try this here. TS data dot market data dot aggregate market quote. Yep. So still this guy is the only thing different really here. Well, with the exception of they have this method in here with provider event handler call with provider data loads with provider data loads or changes. Okay. All right. I'm just going to copy and paste this because I think essentially this is just saying, well, yeah, so this is just saying that if you have a new event of a market data change, then you're going to update your market depth provider. And I don't think this needs to be plots output. Well, that doesn't need to be plot output. That can be anything really. Let me copy that, move it over, and see is that the missing link. Plot outputs is going to be another method void plot outputs, and then begin. And what are we going to do? We're going to plot one is going to be equal to mdep dot size. Is there a size? M dot s dot size. All right, what are our options here? Depth dot smaller size, total size dot yeah, total size. Yeah, I think this will work. No, still doesn't like that. It still doesn't like market depth provider 1. All right. Crazy. NWGL. I don't think that one's on my radar. We. What happened in that day? What happened in this day? Come on, work with me here. Is that the drop? I thought it was. It looks wilder than that. But I guess that's it. Yeah, it's not terrible. terrible. And held. I wonder what was in these bars here, though. There's my volume to show up. Oh yeah, okay, it's not bad. All right, so all the volume is here at the bottom. Yep. So I mean, but that was the cue at least to get in then at the bottom. Question is, has it made its move? Especially from here. And you got this. And you got this line here. Yep, boom. I wish I could draw on the other side of this. Back down to it and then back up. Still have this overhead pressure. NWGL. Do you know much about it? It dropped from 20 to 9. It was right there. Lockup. Ah, okay. So there was a reason for that. There was some news for that. Okay. Yeah. As long as there's a reason for it, there's a catalyst, then it can work in both directions. Certainly work in both directions. But for the life of me, I can't figure out what is wrong with this thing. It doesn't like market depth provider 1.ask level. You know what? It's probably this ask levels thing. It's probably. Nope, can't find it. It's probably something going on with this. Let's come here. That market data. Aggregate market quote. Wait a minute. What does it say? Unknown identifier. Well, this is the identifier. Get out of here. Get out of this. Get out of this. Symbol index. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. This is the exact same. This is what they have in the example. And so there's no reason why this should work and mine doesn't. Now I'm just going to take amquote and put my object. Yeah, and it still doesn't work. So I think the problem is this guy. And theirs, they declare it like this, which I think I essentially did up top. I didn't initially, but I changed it to match what they have. Let me put it over here. TS data market data aggregate market quote. TS data dot market data dot aggregate market quote. Same thing. Oh my God. All right. Now I was saying earlier that because this looks like an object and this, all right, so like this is the namespace. This is what you're declaring. It's the class. This is the class. Well, technically this is the class. This is the namespace and this is the object. And you typically have to declare your variables. You have to declare an initial value, or you have to say it's null. You have to declare an initial value as 0, 1, 5,000, or you put null. If you look here where it's declared, they don't have anything right here. There's no null, there's no value, there's no nothing. So I suppose that's all I have to do. Is take out this null. Okay, but it didn't like that. It wants me to put something, but it didn't tell these guys to put anything. Oh, okay. All right. This is being declared within the method. This is being declared within the method. And when you declare within a method, you don't have to put an initial value. You do have to put what type of object it is. Boolean, string, integer, double. You got to put what it is. And that's what we did here. It's you know what class it is. Okay. I see it now. I see it. All right, so I'm still curious how we even run this program. Okay, well, so essentially you got the method. You've only got two methods in the whole program, and that's all the program is. But a method gets called on, and so in order for the method to run, it's got to be called on. You're gonna say, "Hey, method, hey, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing." And so if it doesn't get called on, it doesn't do anything. However, this method is being called on. It's being called on because if you have a market depth updated event, if you have this event happen, if you have a new market data event happen, then the method is called on. And what does it do? It says, hey, do that other method thing. Do that other method thing. And so then it does this other method thing, which is plot outputs. And so there we declare the variable here, amquote, which doesn't need an initial value. And then we go and we do all this other plotting stuff, which I can kind of wrap my head around it. But that's why we do need an initial value here, because we're not inside a method. And then when I do that, then we get this guy. But I think this guy doesn't work because this hasn't been called on yet. Only after this guy is called on do we have the market depth provider information, I think. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put this inside of this, right? Because once this is called on, once this updated event happens, this method is called on, and then it allows this method, plot outputs, allows this method to be executed. Now, once this method is executed, now the M-depth, now this provider, now there's some data there because it happened here. Otherwise, there's no data there. Something like that. Now, you see how I go through and I rationalize all that even before making the change. So then when I make the change and I hit enter and it's like, no, that's not right. Then everything is deflated and I'm like, back to the drawing board. That's just how my mind thinks though. All right, so it didn't work. It didn't work. All right. Okay, the only other thing that's different from the example in mine is I have declared the market. I've declared M-depth outside or in the general population instead of inside the method. So we're going to move this inside the method. So we're going to declare this inside the method. And again, inside a method, you don't have to, I don't even know if you can put an initial value. All right. Redeclared it. All right. So I got to get rid of this one though. Okay. Still same issue. This is bananas. Is there something, is there another namespace I'm missing? Using market, using EOS system dot Windows. Nope, none of that stuff. TS data. But I hate it when they do this because I think they do this based on like older versions of TradeStation and Easy Language where you couldn't, or I imagine where you couldn't put the namespace at the top, and so you had to write it out each time. And so it just makes it difficult for somebody like me. Sorry, Eric. Sorry. All right. Look at that volume that day. It was only 140K. Not enough for the insider's profit. Real move still hasn't happened. Yeah. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Yeah. And plus, I mean, this is a well-protected area at this point. I mean, look how it's nicely moving up. So, yeah. All right, I'm gonna play around with this market depth for just a hair longer, and I do like to have a good stopping point though, and I don't feel like I've gotten that yet. I don't feel like I need to at least see this thing say no errors. But this is beyond me right now. And I don't want to copy it exactly. That means that I don't understand it. That means I haven't assimilated any of the information. But there's something that I'm not getting. This is the only thing left. if the bids.count is great, that's, we'll just we'll say if the ask.count is greater than 0. That's the only thing left that should differentiate my script from the example. Okay. Still doesn't work. Method void. I got the method void in there exactly the same. I mean, this is such a short script. What in the world? Something about this market depth that is not right. Unless it's like old class information, market depth provider class, market depth class, market depth provider class. Well, I have a variable here and it's assigned to the variable. And so I think that makes this one okay, but this one not. Value1 equals market depth provider 1 dot add count if nope. Market depth provider 1 updated. Let me just go with market depth provider. I'm just going to take this 1 out. Huh. Damn it, something ain't right. Something is not right. Ask.quote.depth. Ask. But now the tutorial does not have the Example does not have that. Market depth provider 1. Let's get rid of the R. That back. Value 1. Let's call this can we call that M depth? Is it like that? All right. If you want to see anybody lose it, and this is where I lose it at. This is where I lose it. All right. Right, like it says, available market depth provider properties including inherent properties will appear in the autocomplete list. It does not. So why doesn't it? Right. Let's be sure though. Right. So market depth provider .1 dot ask. So I mean, it's not really appearing. The properties are not appearing in the autocomplete list. I mean, those are just words that come up. Click and drag the name market depth provider into your document from the toolbox. Open the properties editor and locate the symbol property. This is a required field and needs to be set to the desired symbol. You know what? That's what's going on. There's this object that's been added, right? This object is here. But now all of my other scripts, I don't use this. I don't use this toolbox thing. I create everything myself. So, and because I don't use this toolbox, I don't know how to use the toolbox. So we're going to try to use it because I've seen them use it other times. Toolbox. And again, this will be something new for me. Market depth provider. Let's add it. Let's go here. I don't know what to do from here. I know there's like properties that you go to, but where do you find that at? Double click it? No, nothing. Right click it? Nothing. Let's come over here and go to dictionary. No. Properties windows. Yes. Market depth provider. Analysis market depth provider 1. And see how it says market depth provide 1? It doesn't say provider 1. It says provide 1. So weird. All right. But essentially all these things, all these parameters that it has, I just like, if you look at my master token, this new TSP, this new time of sales provider, all this, what you're doing here, when you say load true, real-time true, ticks back true, ask true, that is essentially that properties window. That is essentially this properties window. It's just saying all these things true. It's just naming them all out. So now that I have this over here, let me see. I should be able to go, and because now, you know, I was having the issue where it was saying unknown identifier. Now I do have the thing, the object. It's going to be market depth provide. Instead of provide 1, it's going to be provide. I guess I need to get rid of the R there. And here, provide. Now it comes up. Okay. All right. Learn something new. It only took me 2 hours. I'm telling you guys, man. Like sometimes I get on here and I just kind of go through but that's because I'll take 2 hours to learn this. I'll take a day and a half to learn this. I'll take 7 hours to figure this one thing out, and it all comes together. But yeah, this is new for me. I've never done this before, so hopefully I can get it to work. So I just want to plot one thing. If I can plot one thing, I'll be happy. All right, so market depth provide that one, and this has got to be provide one also. So I don't even think we need this anymore, because the main thing that we needed was this market depth provide to be defined. All right, and we don't have an index. That was an input from the other one, so we're just gonna make that one. Okay, no errors. Thank you. All right, come back over here and see if we can add something to the chart. We're gonna go back to, let's go to the print file. We're gonna open up, just because there's not a lot going on right now, we're gonna put this on like a 2-tick chart. And then we'll add, let's see, I already have the market depth. Oof. All right, let me see. Well, we know the NQ moves a little bit quicker, so let's go to NQ. All right, so you see over here the volume profile, you see the market depth. All right, it's not very deep. I mean, as far as the counts being very high. So let's add what we just created, which is, I think it was task. Task level 2 total. Okay. All right, so not the 15-minute time frame. We're going to go to the 2-tick time frame. Let's get some data. So we're looking for the count. Currently, not getting anything. All right, so when we have new market data events, we want to update the plot outputs. The plot outputs is going to be this. This method. And we don't even have value 1 anymore. So that's why it's not plotting anything, because if value 1 is greater than 0, which is not, value 1 is typically going to be defined as 0. So we're going to hit enter, verify. Now we come back. It should be better. It should have done something. Nope. All right. In-depth. Total size. Blue. Total size of what though? Total size. Because this is what you're looking for right here. M-depth is market depth provide bid levels. What's at the level 1 for the bids? This is what you want. You want M-depth. So we'll drag that up there, bring that down. So that's what we want to plot. Yeah, okay, there we go. We just had it in reverse order. All right. Come on. Well, there's sure not a whole lot of movement going on for 2 ticks. I expect a little bit more movement in Q. All right, still nothing. All right, so when we have a new market data, we're updating the plot outputs. We are. What are we updating it to? Market depth provide 1 bid levels. Let's make sure all this is on maximum level count. I think this is where we get the 10 levels of, yeah, market depth levels in the collection. 10 levels. Aggregate quotes, include market depth, books, true. Load. I think load has to be true. True indicates the provider is requested to be open, otherwise false. Note, load will be true if the provider status is failed. If my provider.load, then check if load I was requested. All right, so just out of curiosity, I'm gonna go over here to the to this guy, which is, yeah, so load is true, right? So I mean, you want to load the market data, otherwise what do you have? Okay, so load should be true. I don't understand why that wouldn't be automatically true or default to be true. All right, the symbol property was not loaded. Okay, so we need to define the symbol. Where is symbol? Symbol here. So we put at ES typically, right? Let's can I put symbol? All right, we're gonna put symbol there, but now we need to, and that's why over here you see where it had, all right, symbol is a string that you're putting in, right? And we really want symbol to be what the symbol is for the chart that you're on. I think that's goes without saying. So does it have to be input? I don't think so. I think it can be a variable. And then we're just gonna say symbol, and it's gonna be a string, but then symbol would have to be the current symbol. So we need to make sure that symbol is equal to get symbol name. It's a symbol for what currently it is. And I think that's a string. That should be a string. Symbol 1. Symbol 1. Go back over here. Call this symbol 1. You can't call it something that, yeah, you can't call it something that's already recognized by easy language. Which, where did I do that at? Because I made that symbol 1, and then I tried to get off of it. Let's call it symbols. All right, so now it's not letting me put anything other than symbol. Can I just do get symbol name here? And then we're just gonna comment this out. Okay, that looks good. And everything was accepted. Now we gotta come back over here, and we have to essentially turn that back on. All right, see if we get anything. Come on, give us another tick. So if we're on the bid side and we're doing level 1 or level 2, we should have like 4 and 5. It should be plotting 4 and 5. But it's not. Market depth, provide 1.bid levels 1. mdep.total size. Get some of the number of shares of contracts for all quotes in the market quotes collection. Did I have to do the collection there? No. Okay. Symbol name. Let's just go ahead and symbol name and put at ES. Having some trouble with this one. But it needs to update to whatever is currently on the chart. All right, so it's still not working. I don't know what NQ did. All right, well, it's not even in ES anyway. We're on NQ. Okay, still nothing. All right, I'm getting there. It's taking a little bit of time. But I'm getting there. All right. Bid levels. Yeah, I got the bid levels, got the index. I assign that to what? I assign that to my aggregate market quote. And then from aggregate market quote, let's do it to string, total size to string. Let's try dot price, and then we'll let's try price first. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so this one is essentially doing the dot price, right? So the price should populate. Yet it's not. My last issue is I think something's up with my symbol name, right? So I put the symbol name here. Let's compare to this guy. True, local true, market depth provider 1, I symbol 1, ECM, include ECM books, aggregate quotes, include market depth 2. So all trues, that's I symbol 1. I symbol 1 is a string equal to symbol. Let's just try that and see if it works. So essentially we're saying that there's going to be input of symbol. Gets the current symbol or user specified symbol. Okay. I didn't know that you could change it, because typically when you have an input, you cannot also then change. Well, if you have an input, you can't change it within the program. I guess as an input here, you can change it from the, okay, all right, well that makes sense. But then why not just hard code this into the program instead of making it so that you can change it? I understand why you make it so that you can change it, but if I don't want it to be changed and I only ever want it to be symbol, then I should want it to be symbol. Plus, I did try to change the symbol name. I tried to give it a different name, but it wouldn't take it. Or maybe it's just because I had, okay, I think I know what it is. All right, so you know how like when you do value, you got 1, you got value 2, you got value 3, you have all those values. I think symbol is probably the same way. Yep, I didn't even know that. Okay, well, at least it does symbol and symbol 1. No, it's doing symbol 1 because I put symbol 1 up here. Well, No, it was blue, so it's a name. So if I do this 2, that's not used by easy language. So I should be able to put this as symbol 2. Nope. It says use, so we'll just do I symbol 2. It's not record. No, what in the world? All right, let's do it like the example. There might be a reason why. Input, let's do I symbol 2, and then it will be initialized as whatever this current symbol is. So, and then we'll change this to I symbol 2. And it's not taking it. This has to be a string, which let's make this, just make sure that they know that this is a string. I mean, but symbol is a string. So I symbol 2. Oh, it took that. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, let's see what we got. However, yeah, well, this did the same thing. So it says symbol, yet it's using the data from this chart. It says symbol, yet it should be using the data from this chart. Let's get another tick and see if we get a plot. All right, we got another tick. We got no plots. Oh, broader. All right, I'm gonna do this. Watch this. Well, there's 2 things, but let's try this one first. So if we do get a change in the market depth provider information and it prompts us to plot an output and it does come down here, we don't know for sure that we're doing anything down here. But if we put this in here, we know that we're coming down into this area. So let's go back out and see, is it plotting anything? It's not plotting anything. All right, so we're gonna go to edit studies, make sure that we do have something on the left axis, automatic color. Those colors and stuff are fine. This it's a histogram. It should show up. Okay, so you know what that tells me? That tells me that this is not firing off to fire this off to go down in here. You know how I know that? Let's take this out. All right, so now when we take that out, now the plot 2s are firing, right? So it's plotting the lows. Plotting the lows of everything, and it should be plotting the lows of everything when we get in here and go back, verify. It's not plotting anything, so that means, and we could have done the same thing to find that out using a print statement, but we know that we're not ever getting down into here. Why are we not getting down into here? I don't know. If we have an updated event, TS data, market data, market depth updated event. Does that need to be an R? If it does, that's gonna blow my mind. No. Not even. Not even. Okay. Wait. Market depth provider. _1. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? What is this? Yep. Gosh, man. This, I mean, I love it and I hate it. And I love it. I hate it. And I love it. Again, I've never used this toolbox over here. I've never pulled this stuff over here. I kind of, I don't say do it the old fashioned way, but I do it the long version where I actually go through and I do the actual programming that this does. I do it mechanically instead of using this, which is just a boop and it pulls it over. No. So over here, you got the property windows. Shit, it's late. I'm about to get off here anyway. Wife is about to go to bed. I gotta go to bed. All right. So you have the properties window that has all these properties that you do have to declare and you have to set these up, right? But then I noticed this here. Oh, there's an input page too. Okay, I didn't know that. All right, but I noticed this here, and this is an events. So it shows you what the events are. And so you need to have this event to be synonymous with, I imagine, you need this to read whatever this will read to do your updating. So if I go back over to mine, I don't even have one. Why don't I have one? Okay, market depth. Okay, I still don't have one. Nothing for updated. Occurs when the market depth provider data is updated. Event is appropriate if one wants to know when there is an update to the data for the market depth. The code will retrieve the specific data required. Oh, I have to put it in. Oh, okay. All right, so there we go. All right, so mine will be called this right here. Huh, I can put that in. This is kind of blowing my mind right now. You probably don't realize it, but all right, so I think that was what made the difference. Gosh, this is really blowing my mind, so I'm gonna have to process this. All right, come on, give me something. I think it just did. It just made a tick. Did it make a tick? All right, there's a tick, and we have nothing. We didn't get anything. Market depth provider 1. Let's just make it provide 1, just so it's consistent with everything else. And they did do the updated one, right? Yeah, updated. Market depth provider, updated. What do they have under analysis technique? Because I'm just looking at the market depth provide one, I'm not even looking at the analysis technique, because is it ever initialized? Imagine that's a true workspace saving order placement. I think this is gonna have to be true. Just means that you're actually using it, right? Nope. I don't have anything right here. Real market depth levels. Market depth provide one underscore updated. I sure don't like to shut this thing down with me having not met the goal, but it's looking like it's got the best of me today. Symbol 2. You know what? I'm gonna throw this in here to see, is it even are we getting the hint that the market depth has been updated? Yes, we are. Right? So we have something popping in here. Oh, we got some action. We got some action. We got some action. I don't know what I did. Which is crazy. That's the crazy part. The blue one is the price that I'm looking for, right? We don't need this. But what? Maybe I just didn't save it or something? I don't know, because I didn't do anything different. I went through and made sure that I had this here. And then I think I changed this so that's an R. I mean, without the R. I think that's about it. All right, so if that's the case though, what I'm looking for here is the total size. I don't want the price, I want the total size. All right, come on guys. We got this. We got this. Yes. Yes. All right, you see this says 3. That means that on our bid size, we have 3, right? So if we bring it down to like the 5th index, we should get a different number. Let's move this to the 5th index. So now on the 5th index, we're getting like 7. Oh, there we go. 6, 4, 5, 5. See, we're in this range now. We're in this range. Down here, drop down to 4s. More ticks. Now it jumped down up to that 6 range to the 5 range. But as far as I can tell, just based on the way the program is set up, it's going to give me, ooh, see that 10? All right. All right. We got it. We got it. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you got to clap for yourself. You got to clap for yourself. Ain't nobody going to clap for you. And nobody's going to clap for you. Yeah, this is good stuff for me. This is good stuff. So now essentially what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to modify this so I've got one for every level, or I'm just going to take all of them and add them together, all 10 and add them together and see how the bids measure against the ask. Oh man, this is it. All right, so only 2.5 hours. Yeah, and this script is so freaking short. Okay, major takeaway is if you do it yourself, if you do all the parameters yourself, then you need to make sure that you do your declaration, and then all those parameters, you have to write it out. You got to write them all out, or you just go over to your go up here to your toolbox, pull over your market depth provider, pull it onto the screen, and then you just got to be sure that you go over to your properties, do the drop down, go to your market depth provider, go down to your properties, and make sure that you have stuff turned on. Like I said, this is my first time ever using it, all these years coding, but include market depth true, yes. ECM books, yes. Load it, you definitely got to load it. How many levels, how many indexes do you want? You know, I don't know if 10 is the max, but 10, the name, yeah, and then your symbol name, and then just make sure that your symbol name is identified or is declared as a string, because this needs to be a string, right? So when you click on it, it says data type string. If it thinks that it's something other than a string, then you're going to have a problem. And then go over here to events, and then for updated, go ahead and name that updated event, what method it will call when you have an updated event, and the method that it's going to call when you have an updated event is going to be my market depth provide updated. And then from there, we're starting this this next plot output, which finds our information and then plots it. Okay, so all that being said, we finally have our information. And again, this is the fifth, or like the fifth index. This is only showing us the fifth index. Now we could do the same thing for the ask, and it show us, what the ask are. So, and then of course we can change that to however we want it to be. You see, it's kind of like a downward trend there with that fifth index, but I mean, I imagine all of them are going down, but if your bids are going down, then it's likely that there's less people. Well, is this on the? Yeah. So these are just this is just like the sentiment. This is offers coming to the table. This is people saying, yeah, I think it's a good idea to buy. This people saying, yeah, I think it's a good idea to buy. No, there's going to be less people saying it's a good idea to buy as you go up, because the price is at a higher price. So you would expect the bids to go down. And as the bids go down and there's less buying pressure, buying momentum, then you expect some retracement. Okay. All right, guys, I've been on here way too long. Hope I'm not in trouble with the lady. So I'm Eric. I'm out.